Welcome, Gemini. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot getting ready to do your meditation reading. This is with a focus on the planet Uranus having moved back into Taurus for its last stay until spring of next year. It's been in Taurus since 2018, and this is a way that we can notice and mark the advance of our ability to collect information, insights, wisdom, sensibility from other spheres, other planes, other entities, so that we are open on a broader collective level to new levels of information that we are collectively able to access. In conjunction with the Mercury retrograde, your ruling planet Gemini, this is allowing our head to catch up with our heart. So I have pulled a glyph oracle for you. It is number 43, and the words are hands and connection. It's a beautiful image. And I'm going to read to you from the guidebook. The symbolism of hands is deeply intertwined with their functional role, reflecting their importance in shaping both the physical and spiritual worlds. They inherently represent qualities like creation, connection, and the capacity for taking action. In ancient Egypt, hands were depicted in art and hieroglyphs to signify giving, receiving, and protection, often linked to the divine acts of gods. In Hinduism and Buddhism, mudras, hand gestures, convey specific spiritual meanings and are used in rituals and meditation to channel energy and intention. In indigenous cultures, handprints and hand stencils in cave art symbolize presence, identity, and ancestral ties, marking one's existence and connection to a place, and serving as a testament to human expression through time. This feels as though it is a significant time for you in which you're finding ways to contribute, ways of being of service. And we'll get more information on this as we move forward. I do recall that Sagittarius also got the same glyph, your opposite sign. I think that's significant because it is much about the way we create meaning. For your overall energy from the Tarot, we have the Three of Pentacles. And this has been thematic for you, Gemini, for quite a while. In fact, it feels as though the air signs are playing a particular role in showing many of us how to collaborate effectively, how to open up our willingness to entertain, discuss, interact with new ideas, other perspectives, in creating something as part of a team, part of a whole, where we offer our expertise and then allow others to offer theirs. And this kind of synergy is representing a highly practical and productive collaboration, energy of creating something that has elevated standards as the result of the expertise of each of the members of the team. Underneath the deck is the Eight of Wands. And this feels, again, in keeping with the retrograde of Mercury, a time when activities may not be moving forward, but you have many tasks, directions, offers, opportunities to consider. So there may be many inclusions directed towards you as a result of the attention you're getting for your ideas, for the way in which you work, not simply what you're working at, but how you do the work. This is what is really opening up and informing people about the potential of the collaborative approach, working as part of a community. In the present, the Hermit card. What I believe is so interesting about the Hermit card for you in this moment is the way in which you gather your authority and power is very personal, it's very private, and it's very internal. So as you are processing the way in which you learn, the way you understand others need to learn, the tools you use in opening up access to information for others, including yourself, is this ability to intuit how people are understanding, how people are communicating, what they're communicating when they're speaking or exchanging energy. This is something that is informed from your personal experience and your unique ability to connect dots, to make connections, to pull information from a variety of sources, to see individuals as a source of unique communication and ideas. So this is something that you have to process internally as a way of grounding your own authority and your own experience as equitable in these situations where you're bringing a multiplicity of voices and perspectives together. In the past, we have the Knight of Pentacles. You're executing a plan. I believe that this is a plan that you have been working towards for quite some time. You're moving very slowly and deliberately, or rather at your pace. And Gemini pace may not be slow at all. But in this case, you're really deconstructing your own way of understanding the world of information around you. And on the basis of that, you are formulating your vision from which your plan is a result. And in that regard, you are setting up procedural steps so that others can follow your model in the way that you have come to understand it moves forward in the most productive, practical way. This is a tool. Your plan is actually a tool, a template that others can use in constructing this collaborative approach, this way of working together as part of the team, the way of leveling hierarchy so that all community members or all participants of the team have an equitable stake in participation and thus receiving credit for the result. In the future, the Ace of Swords. Wow. This feels like an absolutely clear victory. And that victory for you looks like the realization of the execution of a plan, creating the template, creating the discussion, creating the discourse or the opportunity for training, learning, growing, collecting data, discerning what that data is telling your team, telling you, telling those to whom you serve. So it feels like you're working at a metadata level in many ways as you put together this entire process of collaborating with others, participating in projects that are not of your own creation, but that link you with others who are working along a similarly aligned path as you, that share a certain vision, and that vision absolutely includes this level of quality, long-lasting, a framework that can serve over time, that is not just dependent on a specific moment, but can be retrofitted to whatever the project or the scope. This is really exciting, Gemini. I'm going to clarify the past, present, future with the air ethereal, the shadow work deck, and I'll finish up the reading with the crystal oracle. If you're resonating with this reading, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and please drop a comment if you feel moved to do so. Thank you for all your support of me. So I am going to clarify the Hermit card here in the present with the Page of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands. So I do see a lot of the necessary inner work, the inner consulting of your own vision, your own experience, the way that you are seeking help from the training you received, advisors, those you respect, allowing yourself to be guided by your spirit guides, your ancestors, is having a practical result in your ability to move forward with this plan while you maintain this enthusiasm and clarity about moving towards less concrete goals. This is about getting agreement around principles, around ethics, around integrity, a way that you move forward that is aligned with best practices, ways in which you are serving, as well as you are producing and profiting. So there's a strong emphasis here as you are formulating, creating this plan, this training that is intended to allow others to learn with you. The process is set up to allow each project, each team, or each member to engage themselves, what they know, their experience and their expertise as part of finding their role and fit in this process. And that is, again, aligned with creating something that is inspirational, that is motivating, that supplies information about our potential. In the past, the Knight of Pentacles is clarified by the Ace of Wands and the Page of Cups. So I'm a little challenged here to have enough room. So here you have started this vision and plan some time ago. And what's interesting, as is so often the case with you, Gemini, is this playfulness, this creativity, this imaginative approach that allows you to not take yourself too seriously, to bring humor and levity as powers of insight into a situation, to allow others to make joyful and light associations with what it is you're introducing to them as a way of allowing the process to fit the individual or the team accordingly. And that comes from your own experience, the way that you have moved forward with a vision, but made sure that you included what was best within you. And that includes this idea of being joyful, enjoying what you do, being lighthearted, finding the humor, and allowing others to play, understanding that play, when we think we're playing, we let down some of our guards, and we thus enact a more creative potential in the way that we think and carry out our tasks or obligations, ways that we will recombine things in unexpected ways that power the uniqueness of each person's experience of collaboration, and why collaboration should be an opportunity to learn and grow. In the future, the Ace of Swords is clarified by the Five of Wands and the King of Swords. Boy, the King of Swords is really there. I think this is part of Mercury's retrograde energy turning back so that we have an opportunity to internally challenge ourselves, to make sure that we are truly opening up authentically to information or perspectives that are not comfortable to us, but are nevertheless quite possibly valid. And this is important because you are essentially designing a process that has been exclusively competitive. Teamwork, being part of a team, has conventionally meant that there is a sense of competition, jockeying to get the most, to be the best, to make the most, and you are validating the approach of team effort, of collaborative learning or growth or creation, by recognizing that competition can inspire individual members to gather the information needed from their perspective and bringing that into what I have often called a learning laboratory, where ideas are tested, ideas are freely combined with the ideas of others, and together you're able to create something that is unique to the particular problem you're trying to solve, or service or product you want to create. And in that way, all members, again, are stakeholders. They all have an equal stake in making something successful, and they all benefit appropriately from that. So this is really an exciting time for you, where I do believe you have put something forward and you are tweaking it as it enters into the phase of piloting, I think is the best word I can think of, so that you're piloting programs. This may be a series of pilots that are intended to be well supported and documented as to the results that you gain. And this is occurring during the beautiful Mercury retrograde, which is most active throughout November. And then into early December, we will be moving direct through the previous shadow period. So this is an exciting time for you to wrap up something that you've been working on for this year, and also preparing for something that may be launched in the new year. So, from the Crystal Oracle, I've pulled the Heliodor, and the key word is confidence. I am confident in all that I do. This is really quite lovely, Gemini. Thank you so much. If you've enjoyed this content, check out more content here. Thank you for your likes and subscribes. Until next time, namaste.